Go ahead.
I think one of the things that I think is important to understand, just in general, is I think there's um, this misconception about interest and how much time it takes for interest to occur. So I think what I've because I look at the playbacks of the videos, I look at the comments, and some people are like, "Locario, you don't understand, man. Some girls are different. You gotta talk to this girl longer. You need to spend more time with her. You have to hold her hand and get to know her more." And my whole stance on that is that's nonsense because again, like you guys got to understand is that a woman, if I meet a woman and let's say I'm talking to her for 3 hours or I go on 3 dates and we still don't have sex, right? It's not that that woman is more difficult. It's just she's not into me like that. Now, another guy will take that same woman or talk to that same woman and he'll sleep with her the first night. So it's not about how she is, it's about how she is with any particular guy. And so if you're the guy she's not interested in, it will take you longer. If she's not interested in you, you're going to have to spend more time. If she's not really that interested in you, you're going to have to do more things. So that's really the issue. A lot of guys think that the hotter the girl is, the more you got to do stuff, the less attractive she is, the easier she'll be, or the higher quality the woman is, the more things that you got to do to get her. The lower quality she is. You see, it's like this mind game you guys are playing with yourselves instead of understanding either the girl is highly interested in you or she's not. So there's really nothing that you're doing to get her to be highly interested in you once she's shown you that she's not. That's what I'm saying. You're just taking a long time.
What I'm hearing you say though, is there are different types of guys out there, and she's going to respond differently to different types of guys.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're basically saying, there's not different types of women out there. There are not some women that are up for it more quickly and some longer. It's just completely dependent on the guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm saying is that women, they're going to act a certain way based on the guy. So if a woman meets you, let's call her Jennifer. Jennifer meets you. She's like, "Oh, I really like a Blaze. I'm turned on by him." And then she sleeps with you in that night. Then she meets me and she's like, Locario, he's all right. He's cool. You know what I mean? But not really that into him. But he's going to take me out to dinner. He's going to talk to me on the phone. Cool. I'll do that. And maybe I'll have sex with Locario. So what I'm saying is that women are that way. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that all women are going to switch up based on the guy. So if I said to you, Blaze, man, that girl Jennifer or Jessica or whatever her name is, man, she's really difficult to sleep with. And you're like, well, wait a second, I slept with her on the first night, and we're talking about the same exact woman. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
But what you're saying is women will always fall into the guy's frame, whatever that is. Don't you think there's a spectrum of some women out there fall into whatever frame a guy is presenting very easily? On the other end of the spectrum, the woman doesn't care what frame the guy's holding. She's very independent. She's going to do what she wants to do. And there's a whole bunch of in between. Like, you're coming from the premise that all women will just automatically react and fall into the frame of whatever guy is in front of her.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. Just like you said, there's going to be the woman that's going to fall into his program, and then there's going to be the independent woman, right? She's not going to fall into his program. Why? Because she's not highly interested. That independent woman, if she was highly interested, she would fall into his program. That's what I'm saying. So the woman is going to move and be swayed based on the particular guy. So what I'm saying is that there's not this independent woman that comes across 100 guys and all 100, she's like, I'm not following anything they're saying. They have to prove it to me, and that's it. What I'm saying is that woman will come across 100 guys, and 90 of them, she'll basically be like, well, you 90 have to wait. And the other 10, I'm sleeping with them on the first date. That's what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying is every woman falls into that type of paradigm. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think I'd say this, but Eric's spitting facts. Okay. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think one thing we're going to notice in this debate, which I kind of dealt with last time, is Lucario, I think you don't like dealing in any type of nuance whatsoever. It's either you're going on 3 dates, spending, $1,000, pampering this girl. It's either that or, hey, in 3 seconds, I'm telling this girl I want to fuck the shit out of her and we'll see what happens. Obviously, there's a middle ground because, yes, there are women that, as Eric said, have a really strong frame. And if you just go up and say, I want to fuck you in like 3 seconds, they might have a lot of slut shame, and they're going to be like, well, look, you're an attractive guy, I like your confidence, but I'm not going to come in and say yes to that. I'm probably going to pull back here. Now, you'll give up. Someone like Eric won't. He'll sit in there and try and make it happen, and he'll build attraction, because that takes more than 2 seconds for a girl to know if she's attracted to you or not. And it doesn't mean you have to go on fucking 3 dates and spend $1,000. It could be 10 minutes, right? It could be 15 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. And at the end of 30 minutes, you tell this girl to come home with you. So to just sit there without any nuance it's silly.
So Marcus, how do you explain that same woman you're describing, who you would take a while to do it with, doing it with another guy quickly? That's
well, they're
that's
not
my
doing
whole
it with
argument.
another guy quickly. Locario, every single girl you speak to, are you fucking them within 5 minutes?
No.
So how do you explain her not fucking you in 5 minutes and then fucking someone else in 5 minutes?
Because she's more attracted to the other guy than me. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And why is she more attracted to the other guy than you?
Because there's something about the other guy that she's interested
and what is
in
this
that
something?
I don't
put words
possess.
to it, bro.
It could be a lot of different
something?
things. It could be a lot of different things.
Like what?
It can be the way I look. It could be the way I talk. It could be the way I walk. It could be my confidence
what
level.
about?
It can
be
be
specific.
All those
What about the way you talk?
Right. So let's say, for example, I'm the type of guy where, let's say I'm, scared to talk to women. I don't really express myself a certain way, right?
Let's pick 2 confident guys. Okay, again, nuance. So we don't have to go to
2 confident guys. Perfect.
2 confident guys. Yeah.
Perfect. So basically, it could just be the sound of my voice. I could have a high pitched voice like I have. The other guy could have a deep voice. She's more turned on by the guy who has the deep voice, which is why she's fucking that guy quickly.
Okay, so would you teach someone who spoke like this when they're really nervous? Would you teach them to sound a little bit more grounded and speak with a deeper voice?
No, I'll teach them to speak with their own voice and find women who want to fuck them based on their own voice.
Okay, what if they speak really fast and that's how they usually talk?
Yeah, I speak fast. I don't. You think I slow down my speech for women?
Do you think some women would find someone that speaks a little bit more slowly, calm, and relaxed a little bit more attractive?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is you wouldn't teach them then to speak a little bit slower so that they can sleep with the girl in 5 minutes when you can't?
Find the women who like how fast they speak. That's what I'm. You see what I'm saying? That's you're teaching guys.
I get it. So if you have a very short Indian guy that's butt ugly, okay, and he's got like fucking hair sticking out here with a comb over, you wouldn't teach him to shave his head. You wouldn't teach him to get out of his IT clothes. You wouldn't teach him to speak slower. You just say, hey, bro, you just need to find someone that likes short Indian men with comb overs and IT uniform.
Why are you doing this?
Is that? No, let me, real quick. I'm gonna say this, Steve. So if you have that short Indian guy, he comes to me, says, man, I'm having trouble getting women. You know what I'm gonna notice? I'm gonna notice the reason why he's having trouble getting women is because he's not comfortable with his short ass hair. He's not comfortable about the way he looks, the way he talks, and all that other stuff.
No, you don't have to change the theory. There are some men that are happy with that. I've met guys.
And Marcus, if they're happy with that, yes, I will tell them, stay happy with that. Yes.
Okay, stay happy with their haircut, but never get women.
No.
Even though
this
you
what
just said that,
Marcus,
that
you're
is
not
the
listening
variable.
to me. This is what I'm saying. If he has hair, like however you're talking, and he likes his hair that
Indian
way.
comb over. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. So he has his hair that way, and he's comfortable with that, right? What I'm telling you is that the problem is not his hair, because he's already comfortable with it. What I'm saying is if the guy even mentions his hair, that means he's not comfortable with it in the first place.
No,
so
he didn't mention his hair. No. I mentioned it. I said,
so what I'm saying, right?
Ugly. Okay, you're not going to be attracted to anyone with this type of haircut.
Cara, why is he judging men, dude? What is wrong with you, dog? What kind of a man is sitting there going to tell somebody he's butt ugly? You supposed to be this sex person, and you're sitting around here talking about what is ugly or not, dude? There's something.
Yeah, bro. You don't need to try to stick up for your boyfriend over here. Let Locario finish what he's saying.
I'm not sticking up for him. I'm showing you a man is in this room now that can know how to fuck more than you and has more game than you. So you need to bow down and listen to what's going on and stop this fuck boy shit.
Bro. Settle yourself down. Hey, bro. Sit back, relax. Okay. If you want to ask some questions, you can, but let Locario finish what he's saying. He doesn't need your help.
I'm gonna let my boy finish, but
you let him finish, man. He doesn't need your help, okay?
Well, I'm asking you, why are you on this homosexual? You're deciding who looks good or not.
Hang on. You don't know if a guy is more attractive compared to a 2 to a 10.
You can look at a guy. Marcus,
can we just acknowledge that Ice just busted out some popcorn?
Oh yeah, Ice is just he's just having a good old time. So
like
Marcus, what guys do you think are cute, Marcus?
Yeah, tell us who is cute. Why don't you tell us who you think is attractive, dog? Why don't you let us know this manosphere?
Hang on. Are you guys, hang on, wait 1 second. Are you saying that you're so socially unaware that you can walk into a room with a 4-foot Indian balding man compared to someone that's like jacked, ripped, on roids, looking really good?
So you like jacked guys? That's what you're saying.
You can't look at that and say, from a woman's perspective, I have no
Are you a woman,
understanding here.
Marcus?
Let
Are
me
you a
finish.
woman?
I cannot sit here and say if there's 100 women, I don't know on average which one they pick more of. You have zero idea about women. You don't even know what they're into.
Marcus,
you don't even
how
know
long
what they like.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many years do you have experience being a woman?
Tell us, yeah. How long have you been for?
Okay, can I ask you a question? If a woman puts her hand in a blender, do you think that's going to hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Because
how do you know that? You're not a woman.
Well, that has nothing to do with her being a woman. That has something to do with her being a person.
If a woman has a period, okay, and she's sitting there cramping and it's very painful, okay, do you think that hurts her?
Oh my God. This is, you can't be
How do you know that, bro?
Because she's told us it hurt her. It hurts her.
Okay, so when women say, I like men,
women don't say that.
That are more athletic. Yes, they do. We have so many studies on this.
So Marcus, women like nice guys then, because women say they want a nice guy, right?
This is hilarious. This is what I mean.
No, I'm asking you. You said women said it.
You don't have any nuance, and you go to extremes, and you
Mark. Let me
represent my position.
Mark,
I'm
Mark,
saying there are certain. Hang on, bro. You don't need to back up your boyfriend.
Mark.
There are certain things that women universally find attractive.
Marcus,
okay?
I
know what they are. Apparently, you have zero idea what women find attractive. That's why you go in with 5 minutes and have no idea what you're doing.
I had more game while you were swimming in your daddy's goddamn nuts. So why don't you calm the fuck down and listen, fuck boy?
All right, old man. What do you want to say, old man?
What I'm saying to you is this, motherfucker, is that what you're doing is you're using.
I'm so angry, bro, man. You come in 2 minutes, you back up your boyfriend. Now you're getting mad.
Why do you think I'm angry, dog? Dog, you understand?
You're acting angry, dog.
Okay,
What's up, bro?
Wait. Okay. Oh, but see, the problem is you won't say that shit if I was face to face with your bitch ass.
Let's everybody
where do you live,
stop
bro?
interrupting.
Where do you live? I'm coming to America. I'll come say it to your face.
Okay,
where do you live?
Oh, I'll give you my address, motherfucker. I know you ain't.
All right, send it over. Send it over.
Wait, Marcus.
Marcus,
if you have this 4'11", hold on, you have this 4'11" ugly quote unquote Indian guy. What's the point of you teaching him?
To be more attractive. What do you mean?
How? But you're acting like
Okay, I'll explain. You have no idea what's attractive to women. I'll explain.
Oh my God.
If you have a guy that comes in, okay, and he's really short and he's looking butt ugly, and he said the first thing you want to do is adjust looks. So if you can get him a haircut or shave his head and make that more attractive,
that doesn't matter.
If this guy, let me finish. If this guy isn't brushing his teeth and he's got yellow stains and shit, he needs to start doing that. If he's dressing to a stereotype, as you said, like the nice guy, which women don't like, then you might want to edge up his look a little bit. That's from a looks perspective. Just doing that, even on Tinder, is going to make a massive difference. Then the next step is going to be behaviors. So if he's speaking really quick with a high-pitched voice, then you help him to ground that a little bit, speak a little bit slower, practice that. Then you can move on to a whole nother lot of behaviors that happen more than 3 seconds in saying, I want to fuck you.
So, guys, what he's saying to y'all guys, please be careful about people like this that don't know what they're talking about. What he's saying is, gentlemen, he's saying that you got to worry about what a bitch thinks about you, number one. And it doesn't matter if you
Yes, you have to worry what society thinks about you. You have to worry what other people think about you. You have to worry what a bitch thinks of you, of course.
Why do you have to worry about that?
Why do you have to worry about a woman? See, if you had this thing called game, you wouldn't give a fuck, because the game is not about women. These young
game is not about women. Okay, what are we talking about here? What is game for then? Tell me. I'd love to hear this.
It's about having an unconditional love of yourself, sir, and that means that you're not here to run behind women. If you have a mouthpiece, what we know you don't, because you're supposed to be this sexologist guy. You don't. I'm sure you don't know.
Not a sexologist guy, bro. Sex coaching.
Whatever sex guy you think you are, you're sitting here telling.
Sex guy. That's me, bro.
Okay, but brother, I'm asking you, what kind of guy is going to determine how somebody looks or not? That women don't look at the outer. You see, what you're doing is with all the PUA.
Locario just said women look at the outer, bro. He just said it depends how you look. A girl might
when did I say it was depending on how you look?
I asked you, why would a girl sleep with someone else and not you? And you said it might be the look. That's one of the things you said. If you're not sure, you can rewind later and have a look back.
Right, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, not the looks. I'm talking about how I look.
taller.
individual.
Exactly.
That's
compared
Marcus,
to how someone else looks,
that's
the
what you're not.
individual.
But Marcus,
So
this is
you
what you're
just
not
said,
saying. This is
no,
what
no,
you're not
you just
understanding.
said,
Marcus,
all
listen to
right,
what I'm saying real quick.
try
Real
to
quick.
explain away this one, bro. Let's
This is
hear
what
it.
I'm saying.
Looks matter absolutely not at
Marcus,
all.
this is what and you're not understanding. When I'm talking about the man, I'm
don't
talking
understand,
about
bro.
the individual. That's why when you use the excuse or the example of the 4-foot Indian dude, I said, does he have a problem with the way he looks? So what I'm saying
So-
is that if that individual guy has a problem with the way he looks, the reason why he's having a hard time getting women is
I
because
told you
he
he
doesn't
didn't have
like
a
the way
problem.
he looks.
We already clarified this. We said
But
he
that's
didn't
what
have a
but you're
problem
not.
with
That's
the
what
way
I'm
he
saying. You're
looks.
not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you said,
No,
well, you said
I'm
it was about the
listening.
looks.
You're
I'm saying
changing your answer now. So I
no,
want
I'm
to
not
clarify. You
changing it.
think
You're not listening,
you think
Marcus.
that the looks don't matter. You think if you compare
No,
a short
doesn't.
Indian guy compared to me, that on average it's going to be random. Women are going to look at both our photos and say looks don't matter whatsoever.
Okay.
Some women are going to pick me, and some women are going to pick him, and it's going to be almost
Marcus,
equal,
I'm not
completely
talking about
random.
that. I'm not talking about that.
So you would agree looks matter?
Marcus, looks are subjective because looks are based on.
No, stop. Don't change your answers. I want an answer on this. Do looks matter? Or is the Indian guy and me going to have the exact same results when women look at us and say we're attractive?
No one's gonna have the same exact results because we're all different. That's the point. That's what we're trying to get you to understand.
So are you saying that I will not have more women attracted to me than the 4-foot balding Indian guy?
You won't. You want to know why?
No, you won't.
Because you open your mouth, they're gonna realize you piece sitting down.
No, looks. We're talking about looks.
What I'm
I don't
saying
know
is-
why you keep changing your answer.
Marcus
We're
is
talking about
looks. Marcus does looks and is looks the entire. You know what's ironic? You're going so crazy on looks,
Again,
but
you
you're a
go to
pickup
extremes.
artist.
I'm not saying looks is the entire thing. I'm saying
Okay, so
looks
if it's not the
influence.
entire thing, why are you singling out that part?
Looks don't
Because
matter.
you just said looks don't matter. I want to understand if you
Marcus.
know women whatsoever. Because
Bro,
it sounds
this
like
is
you
what I'm
don't.
trying
If
to
you
tell
think
you.
looks make zero effect whatsoever,
Bro,
then you
this is
just
what we're
have no idea
saying.
about women.
This is what we're saying. When we talk about looks don't matter, guys think that they have to be 6 foot tall and have a jawline
Again,
and all
the
that dumb
extremes.
shit.
No,
That's what they
not
say
I'm
when they
saying.
say looks
All I
matter.
said is looks. No, that's not what people think.
That's what people have you watched the internet, my nigga?
Marcus.
Have I watched the internet? What are you referring to? What on the internet would you like me to watch?
Bro, there's
Where-
thousands and thousands of videos where guys are saying, well, looks matter because if you're not 6 foot in a jawline, you can't get girls. That's what they're saying on the internet.
Man,
So you think that the majority of men out there think that they have to be over 6 foot to get a girl?
Marcus.
There's a lot of guys who believe that
They
shit
believe
because
it.
Of course, there's a lot of guys. Again,
perpetuate the look
nuance,
shit.
bro. You need
guys
to
like
have
you.
nuance, okay? Looks matter. Would we agree with that?
No, looks don't matter.
Okay, tell us
Okay, hang on.
tell us
The
how
man
looks matter.
mindset is
Tell us.
telling me.
I'm
the
gonna tell you
man.
why.
Okay, I just want to be
Why?
clear. The man mindset. Is this what you're saying? That if there's a short Indian guy that is
Yes.
balding compared to me, that when women look at both of us, looks would not have an influence at all whether
Not
they'd
at
be
all.
attracted to
Now-
either?
Okay, so Marcus,
You are
what
insane.
if she
You do not
likes the
understand
short?
women.
What if she
This
likes
is
the
a
short
joke.
Indian guy?
Sorry, that's my point. What if she finds
Again, nuance. Why are you guys so?
Taller
This is
young
autistic.
man.
Nuance. There
man.
will be. There's
Sir.
a lot of billions of women in this world. Okay, there's going to be
Sir.
someone that likes the short Indian guy. Are we saying that is the majority? No.
No.
Are we saying that
Okay,
it's going to matter?
As
Yes.
a man, listen, as a man, I don't care what that bitch thinks. Why do
Yeah,
we
we get it. You don't care about women. You want to
No,
stay at home and love
sir.
yourself or something. You're good, bro. You do your
Sir.
thing. We're talking
Can I
about
jump
women,
in,
though.
guys?
please tell me
Can
why?
can I jump in real quick?
Go on, Blaze, because Blaze has been quiet.
So real quick, just a real quick, and then you guys can go back to it. From what I've researched and also my own experience, is backed by science and it's backed by my own research. And I think most people would agree with this as well. Women care about looks slightly less than men. They do
Agreed,
care about
yes.
looks, but it's just slightly less than men.
Because
There's
it's
a bunch
character.
of nuance that could get into there, but that
Blake-
is backed by most research. You can Google it as we
Blake, I'm not
Bro,
about
Eric, spitting
but-
facts
but-
today,
Blake,
bro. 100%.
Blake,
Yes. If you look at the
Blake-
research, they put less emphasis on looks, but obviously it's still a
but
massive influence.
Blaze, what he doesn't understand, his problem is he thinks women look
He doesn't
at,
have a problem, bro. What do you mean?
he thinks women look at men the way we look at women. That's not true.
No, he just said, he didn't say that. You're just putting
No, I'm
words into his mouth.
no.
He said
I-
it's
Blaze
less
is
than
right.
men.
No, I'm saying that what you don't understand is that women look
You don't
at
understand
what is
women,
called
bro.
character, sir. They look at how you move in your brand and how your mouthpiece is. They don't care because just because it looks good doesn't mean it drives good. So just
Correct.
because women may like a guy, listen, I'm not saying that there are not women out there that like muscles, but there's some women out there that
So
feel
you agree looks matter?
Can you please let me finish with the comma? That
Sure.
wasn't a period. So some women out there, yes, they like muscles, but some women feel that muscles are real fragile and feminine. Some women like guts. Some women like stomachs. Some women like chubby guys. Every woman, we cannot sit here and make a generalization of all women. Every woman likes what she likes. But the problem that you're having is you're trying to put it on why do you care so much what a woman thinks? Why?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think
absolutely.
that some people in this world like to eat sand?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, I know you're tired of going out, spending time, money, and energy on women only to find out that these women don't want to have sex with you. I know you're tired of getting into relationships with women, and it's a lot of drama and disrespect. Right now, this type of stuff happens because you are not vetting women. And this is why you should go to shoplocario.com to get my program, Master the Vetting Process. All right, because this is going to teach you how to vet women correctly. And right now it's at a discounted price up until June 30th. So you can get it at a low price up until June 30th. After that, the price is going to go up. So make sure you go to shoplocario.com right now and step up your game.